Thinking about applying to Amazon? Well, here's some things I wish I would have knew before I applied.
I never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life.
So the first thing I wish I would have knew before applying was how hot Amazon keeps their facilities. Like, I know it's a factory, so everything was closed in, there was no windows, and you were at your own station. But doing stowing, which was basically putting packages in the little compartments, it was just so hot. And then the temperature, I wish I could have just took off my shirt, but I obviously couldn't. But yeah, the first thing I wish I would have knew was how hot they keep their facilities. Like, turn on the AC, baby. The second thing I wish I would have knew before applying was how isolated everybody was, and how it wasn't like a team, or like I worked at McDonald's and I work at Walmart, how everything was like, actually Walmart's not a good example, but how I worked at McDonald's and everything was like, you can talk to your surroundings, you could talk to people, you had to communicate with your team members. Everything was like separated. So like I was in my own little square, and the next square it was like far ahead of me. And I couldn't just be like, hey, how's your day, da da da. Like, I couldn't communicate with anybody. It was just very separated, and it was very social. It was social distance because of Corona, but it was social distance and like you can't speak to anybody kind of way. So I didn't meet anybody in my week I was working there. Or I met this one girl, and she was like in my program, like she was in my group from the beginning, like we were getting trained together. But I didn't meet any new people. No, like, there's not a place you go if you want to like meet friends or meet new people. It's just you get your job done, you stand there on your feet, you do your job, and you leave. Which I did not like. So I wish I would have knew that, because I probably wouldn't have applied. Even though I was watching videos and I was looking at videos, but the videos was them, people were like communicating, and there it did not seem like a family. I need that family vibe while working. So yeah, that's tip number 2, not 4, 2. And the third thing I wish I would have knew before applying to Amazon was how much walking it is. I know, like, for me, it probably wasn't a problem, but I just want to give you guys the heads up, because it was so many stairs. You had so many like flights. We had 4 flights, and every day I would walk up 3 flights of stairs, up, then down, up, then down. I mean, yeah. So like when I went on break, I didn't go up and down the stairs because I stayed in the break room because I didn't feel like walking up and down the stairs. But like people who wanted to like smoke, they would have to walk up and down the stairs. And then it was like this long hallway till I got to my station, or usually it was a long hallway till you get to the stowing stations. And then that's another 10 miles. So I was just out of breath by the time I got to my station. And then they wanted me to stow. So it was just like a lot of walking that everyone that watched this video should be aware of, because it's like, if you don't like walking in the first place, don't apply there, because they're gonna walk the out of you, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that's tip number 3. Okay, so tip number 4, the 4th thing I wish I would have knew was how much labor it was. So I knew it was gonna be a lot watching the videos and when I applied, and I didn't know what stowing was at first. Like that was my first time experiencing a factory job, which was at Amazon, and I just wasn't prepared for what they wanted to do. Like at first, like the first day doing it, I was like, okay, this is easy. But when it came to after the second break, which we will get into the break system in a second, but after we got to the second break, I was just like, oh my God. They want me to, let me show you how it was done. So say I had these two items and they were just on this like table thing. Say the robots rolled this over to me. So this, I would have to scan it and put it in there. Scan it and put it in there. And then it would just, you would have to keep pushing a button if you can't fit whatever you have in that bin thing, and then you just keep doing it repetitively. So you might be thinking like, okay, that doesn't seem too hard. But when you have 10 million books on the table and you have to go and put every book in the right fitting bin, and then you have to bend down, get up to put each book. You have face masks, you could have a TV, you could have, it just depends on what they put on your table and what you get, but it's no joke, cause I was dead 2 minutes in. Not really, but basically 4 hours in, I was like, okay, this is all I do, like so much. Okay, so for tip 5, the fifth thing I wish I would have knew before I applied was how long the breaks were and like the lunches. If that makes sense. Cause so it was, I feel like it was 2 30 minutes, it's been a minute, 2 30-minute breaks. Okay, so while I was editing this video, I realized how long the shifts were. So I would do 6 something to 4:45, I believe, which was a 10-hour shift. I feel like they only do 10-hour shifts there. So I don't know. It was just a 10-hour shift. So it would be 4 hours, 30 minutes, 4 hours, 30 minutes, and then you just do the 2 hours without any break. And then it was just like draining. Cause just picture you doing that motion and doing the same thing for 4 hours and having a 30-minute break. Like, dang. But yeah. But you're probably thinking at home, that seems like a long time. Like, that's good. I only get 15 minutes now. What's Walmart or da da da? But listen, so for the 30 minutes, take it in, you have to close your machine. That's when your break starts, your 30 minutes. You have to walk the 10 miles to get to the break room or to your car, which I wasn't even, if you watched my vlog, I wasn't even able to go in my car because the brakes just was like, took a snap of the finger, your break is over. But so it would take like 10 minutes to walk, get your food, sit down. You're there for like 15 minutes, or like not even 15 minutes. And then you have to go back and make sure you make it in time to open your station before the 30 minutes is up. And yes, you do get like a grace period before they start docking points, I think, or docking something from your, I forgot what it was docking, but you did get like 20 minutes of that. But after that's gone, it's just like you can't use the bathroom, or you'll get, I don't know if it's pointed or get something taken off. I don't want to say money taken off because that doesn't make sense, but you'll get something taken off. So you just have to hurry up. So that 30 minutes basically turned into 10-15 minutes and 2 minutes because of the walk and getting your food prepared and eating. And then, you know, if you're on TikTok or something, the break goes by like, okay. Thing I wish I would have knew before I applied was how boring the job is. Like how boring stowing was. Like, I know I basically talked how boring it was in the last one, but you basically couldn't listen to music. I even asked, I was like, so can I listen to music, put in my AirPods? we'd be good. I'll be able to do this any day, all day. They said, no, it's against policy. So you were just sitting there, not talking to anybody, not by anybody, doing this for like 4 hours, 15-minute break basically, another 4 or so hours, another break, and then you do it for the rest of your time. And it's just like, if I had music, or if they were even playing music in the background, like on the speaker, you couldn't even do that. So like, the job was just boring to me. And it wasn't homey. Like, it was just a job where I know people are gonna be like, that's like any other job, but I'm just giving you my thoughts on the Amazon job. Yeah, so that's all my tips or things I wish I would have knew before I applied to Amazon. And I hope you like this video. Comment down below what your thoughts is, if you worked there before, or if you're working there, or you like just started or something. Let me know in the comments what you think about the job. And also subscribe to the channel. Did I say like, comment, subscribe? Yeah. See you in the next video.